Wakelet is perhaps the tool that I use the most. I love it so much, and I use it both for things in the classroom and even some personal projects. With Wakelet, you can collect content, pictures, documents, videos, anything with a link, plus also add text to it, and then organize it in a beautiful package that looks like a mini web page, and it has a shareable link. I've used it to create projects for my students and have them create their own projects. I've used it to create course packets with readings and activities that they can use, so sort of a textbook. I have used it to create article collections like the ones you will see if you go to the main page of the workshop under those little books, and you'll see all the articles I've collected for you there. They are on a Wakelet. And you can also make video collections like the one that I have done also on the main page of the workshop under the little video camera. And it puts them all so beautifully together. Also, it is a tool that has accessibility. So if you, for example, can't see very well, it'll read the content for you. It really is the most amazing tool. Oh, and it has an app that you can put on your phone. So whenever you come across an article that could go well in one of your collections, you can just add it on the spot. And I find that to be amazing. I don't know about you, but I used to actually find articles and then send myself a text with the link of the article or an email, and then of course I could never find them. Now with Wakelet, I just put them straight into my different collections and I never lose them. The first steps that you want to do for a Wakelet is open an account. You can open it with a Google email or other ways, but really the Google email works very well. Also look at samples, which I will share. Watch a how-to video, which you can find in the main page of the workshop under the little video camera. Maybe make a baby Wakelet and have a friend or you try it out. Let me show you some examples. This is my page where I keep all my Wakelets, all my collections. And you can see that, for example, every time I find something interesting about grammar, I put it in here, or linguistics. These are actually the ones that you are using here. Whenever I find an interesting article about Corona teaching, I put it here. And you can see it just goes on and on and on with all kinds of really great collections that I have created for myself or for my students. I even have a little songbook for my band and videos on how to play the drum because that is my new passion. So you can see how many Wakelets a person can have. This is a Wakelet a student of mine did about his food identity. So he put a background and then he talked about his life story, and then inserted a video about him talking about the foods that make up his identity. And then he used pictures, so you can see tortillas, and he talks about them. Frijoles, he talks about them. This delicious de la rosa mazapán, if you've ever had it. If you haven't, you should try it. And then pizza, and the story about that. And then pumpkin pie. So if you ever wondered what the food identity looked like for a bilingual, bicultural kid, you just did. You can even insert more links into a Wakelet. The beauty is that it looks just like a web page and it has a link so you can share it. Here is another Wakelet another student did about Puerto Rico and their food. So she talked about the country itself and then some of its main foods. So for this, she inserted pictures and text. And then after that, she looked up some traditional dishes and she inserted the videos of the dishes. So you can see how this makes for an incredibly beautiful presentation. And the students pick this up in no time. Last but not least, I wanted to show you how I created the textbook for the class on a Wakelet. So these were the readings for my food and society class when they had to read about nutrition. Here were all the articles on PDFs, but also Word documents with questionnaires about the readings and then videos about the readings. And this was the textbook for the class. If you're looking for an amazing tool that will help you organize content in a beautiful way for either yourself or your students, and have your students create amazing collections like the ones I just showed you. You definitely want to try Wakelet. It might become the best tool in your toolbox.